thinking about this movie, thinking about how things could have been prevented. They should have did something better. And the first thing that they did wrong was
Hello.
Have you ever watched a movie and thought to yourselves, yeah, I could totally survive in this one? What they did was idiotic and ridiculous and unrealistic. Yeah, I was going over different movies that I watched back in the day as far as like horror, because look, we're in October, so it makes sense. I'm going to bring out horror content. I'm trying so hard to say this word properly. I'm probably saying horror, but I'm saying horror. Anyway, besides the point. Yeah, House of Wax for me. House of Wax is one of those movies for me that if I was in there real time, real life, yeah, I would not have done few things that they done. This all could have been avoided.
spoilers. Okay, these friends were on the way to a event, right?
And I forgot to mention, the night before the game that they were trying to go to, they decided to camp out, and I would not do this. Scramble your money together and buy 2 hotel rooms to go today. This is not it. And some strange vehicle came, had eyes on them and left, right, and they decided to have a good night's sleep. Are y'all fucking crazy? And that's y'all problem.
Can't really get there. Something happens to their vehicle. They decide to split up, try to get some help for, I believe, something happened with their car. So they needed something for the car. So they had to split up. I thought, me, young Asia, I thought everybody left for the town. No. A couple people stood behind because the couple wanted to smash. And you know what that gets you? So horror movie number 2 rule that he jacked up in, were fornicating in the car, and that's how they got. That's crazy. Anyway, if I was stuck in the House of Wax, that's the one thing I would have said at the beginning of this movie. If I was one of the main characters, like, look, we ain't splitting up. You two stop being horny. Come on down with us. We walking as a group. We need to stay vigilant. We need to look around, observe our surroundings. But however, unfortunately, if I was a part of this group, the people that would have been on my team, it's not my ideal people to be on my team, okay? I need people to stay vigilant, be thinking, and those people, let's just say I was not going to stand a chance, but I bet you one thing, if I was stuck in the House of Wax, I'm going to make sure that everybody gets out safe and sound. Another thing that they mess up at.
Hours later.
Next, they go ahead and hitch a ride in town. That's another thing that I would have not done. You don't know these people. All y'all did was camp out, which I would not do. That makes you susceptible to weirdos. Okay, somebody could have been watching y'all, it's whatever. Yeah, they got in a car to hitch a ride into town. They got into town, pretty vacant, ain't no traffic, no people's walking the streets, no dogs, no stranded cats, no rats in the street. No, I didn't see any ants like that. Like, ants gonna be where the food source is. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm very hyper focused. Maybe I'm too in my surroundings. But if I would have rolled up on that town and noticed all that, yeah, y'all wouldn't have got me. Y'all wouldn't have got me like that. But anyway, it got in town. Okay, it got to the so-called repair shop to get some items to fix the car that they left behind with the 2 people smashing. Like I said, it got clapped. Okay, I never would have split up. But the shop owner was kind of weird. These were kind of sketchy. I would have felt weird and went on back with my group of folks. And another thing, I don't know if the movie even explored this, but how much of a detour did they take? Was it like 10 miles off the main road or 5 miles off the main road? I would have said, you know what? Wrap this town. I'm about to go back from where we came. All of us walk in a group and we're going to go get the fuck up out of here. Flag a car down or something. Flag down a state trooper or a sheriff or something. But we're going to keep going. So they had to wait to get their car done, right? So it was suggested to them, hang around town, see what's about. Mind you, I saw some car tools and equipment there. I would have just bought one just for GP, like a wrench or like, I don't know, screwdriver or something, just or crowbar beside me. Just in case. You'll probably be suspicious, like, oh, why you need this? I'm like, my car? Mind your business? So I keep it alongside me so I have a weapon, because at this point, I'm suspicious. And there's one part, there was somebody peeping out the window. Oddly perfect behind me. I'm like, how many times gonna look at the window? How many times gonna look at the window? To look at us? Look at us. I'm sorry. My alarm bells would have went off. I'm surprised not everybody caught on to the weirdness of the town as soon as they did. Like, damn near almost over halfway through the movie, people started to catch on like, oh, this is a strange town. We gotta get out of here. No, I would have picked up off of 5 minutes in that town. Got around town getting clapped out. And then you realize that there is a wax museum and somebody in the house making, you know, wax figures. Human wax figures. Now, if I was in a situation, for some reason my friends ain't listening to me, so walking through this damn town, okay, trying to burn some time to, I don't know, get this tool that they need. I'm swinging. I got the crowbar already. I got the weapon. I'm swinging. I'm about to defend myself.
But to the character's credit, right? I would have picked up the whole entire town, like the buildings and like the other, what's called, pieces in the town. I don't freaking know. Yeah, I would have picked up that was wax too. I definitely would have picked up, okay, there's wax people here. Why? Why? This ain't Madame Tussauds.
I would have known that something's wrong and I would have backed out. Everybody broke all these darn rules. They were dropping like dominoes stuff, but eventually they make it out of town, you know, because they burned it down. I say all of that to say this all would never came to pass if everybody would have just never split up, never left the car, went back from which they came. I don't know how long their detour. Don't know. But walk back that same direction. Then you get your cell phone signal back. Flag down somebody, flag down an officer. There's a bunch of people going to a football game event or something. I don't know. The House of Wax was a movie that is very interesting. But I appreciate watching House of Wax again. It was a very fun look down memory lane. How old was I in 2005? This video is all over the place, but that's what I would have done. Okay, if you would have done something different, let me know. This is just a random ass video I wanted to do by the House of Wax, and I'm just laughing at it now since I'm older now. Watched it back in the early 2000s. Wow, I was like, what, in my early teens? Like, and watching back at it now, I was like, come on guys, come on. Survival skills at the beginning of this movie was just on 0. Anyway, thank you for watching. Want me to go look at another movie that I just find utterly crazy, ridiculous? Let me know. Okay, let me know.